This month on The Mix, get an up-close look behind the curtain at a local theater. We see street signs on the road every day, but how do they get there? And we head out and about at a local pumpkin patch. The Mix starts right now.
Just off of Anoka's main street in a renovated old movie theater, live performances are lighting up a small stage. I'm Dan Carpenter, and today we explore lyric arts. Stories are built on this stage. A laborious process requiring many hands, working to bring a play to life.
It's really hitting that center cluster a lot. Is it right on top of it?
It's a work of passion that repeats as many as 10 times throughout the year.
Do we ever get a break? No, we really don't.
It all started with members of the Anoka Opera who saw the potential in an old movie theater.
Lynn Schmidt and Phil Bologna founded Lyric Arts in 1995, and they realized that this building, the old Anoka Cinema building, had become a derelict building.
6 years and $2.5 million later, the Lyric Arts Main Street stage was born.
So that's our scene shop.
This is an area the audience doesn't see.
Here's our costume shop.
Costumes from years of past productions wait to be refitted or reworked for a new cast and new performances.
Well, a lot of the magic happens up here, the creativity and the visuals of the show. Well, here's the thing.
Scott Ford directed his first play here 12 years ago.
You know, this used to be a movie theater, and the stuff that happened, and when I was a kid and I lived not too far from here, I used to come here and see movies all the time. But the kind of art that happens in here now is visceral in a way that no movie ever will be, ever can be, ever was.
In late August, 21 cast members and many more people working behind the scenes.
There we go, that's it.
We're putting the final touches on what would be a month-long performance of the Broadway musical Bright Star.
So, your reaction to it's great.
Ford says it's his job to provide a unified vision for everyone working on the production.
If we make it that much harder for him, and if she is not impressed with him in any kind of way that she's willing to express to him, it makes his victory, when she decides eventually to publish it, all the more gratifying for him and for the audience, you know.
He says the smaller size of this theater requires him to focus on storytelling over spectacle.
Every theater space presents its own challenges, and this is one of the things I love about this space is the intimacy of the space. The audience, even if you're sitting in the back, you're in a good seat. You feel close to the stage.
With 227 seats, Lyric Arts Executive Director likens attending a play here to a dinner party where you don't know all the guests.
I really feel that Lyric Arts has a very unique personality. Everybody who comes to Lyric Arts says that it feels like home.
So long, summertime.
Actor Katie Rosanes has performed 7 times on the Main Street stage.
Getting to know the community here at Lyric Arts was incredible, and it was like almost finding a home away from home.
All I have to live for has died.
She says what makes this place feel like home are the people who fill it.
All the people here just really do care about anyone and everyone who's involved, whether that's the audience, volunteers, or the performers, tech, whomever that is. That's not always the case.
Rosanes hopes those who do reserve a seat are left with an experience that stays with them for a long time.
It's a moment that will never be replicated ever again.
The next performance here at Lyric Arts Main Street stage is the Tony Award-winning play Proof. It runs from October 18th through November 3rd. I'm Dan Carpenter, bringing you up close to art, history, and culture.
Street signs, We see them every day as we drive and walk along the roads of the city. But did you ever stop to think about why they are where they are? In this edition of FAQ, we answer that question.
I feel like the slow sign is very vibrant and everyone kind of sees it because it's out in the road.
Coon Rapids resident Brianna Barta has one of those popular Step 2 Kid Alert safety signs, which she believes helps to slow drivers down.
We use it every single time the kids are out playing. Whether Brooklyn's riding her bike or we're just sitting outside with the neighbors, we use it fairly frequently.
It's not hard for drivers to see this sign.
I know that they won't go like all the way down like really fast, so they'll just go like slow, so I know that I'm safe because they know that I'm here and they kind of respect the property.
In years past, the city had installed Watch for Children signs in neighborhoods where it was determined there was a need.
Hello, this is Mark.
Assistant City Engineer Mark Hansen says the city receives dozens of requests each year by property owners and residents who want a street sign.
A lot of people request Watch for Children signs. We get a lot of requests for stop signs. We get a lot of requests for no parking.
Cities across Minnesota have relied on studies which have found warning signs like these are not working.
Research has been done that shows these types of warning signs are not very effective and has no bearing on the speed of traffic or driver behavior on local streets.
Due to this research, fewer signs have been going up on city streets in recent years, but when street sign requests do come in, a traffic review committee meets periodically to review the requests and base decisions on a variety of factors.
Stop signs can only be installed through the passage of an ordinance, but that would be based on meeting the criteria of traffic volume, crash history, and engineering judgment.
In the challenge to help slow traffic down, many residents have called the Coon Rapids Police Department for some high-tech help.
Oftentimes that's how we choose where to put the speed trailer out, is when we get citizens calling us complaining. It's one of our #1 complaints in Coon Rapids is obviously traffic-related driving conduct.
The speed trailer uses an onboard computer which collects data used by the department.
Basically, it shows us the speed of the car, the time of the day. We can get a traffic count as a result of a general idea of how many cars are out there, and so we can kind of get an idea of what time of day are people speeding more frequently on that road or not.
If you're concerned about speedy drivers in your neighborhood, you can request the services of the speed trailer from the police department through an online form found on the city's website.
And so we encourage our citizens to let us know when they think there's an issue on a street, and we will, when we can, get it deployed on their roadway that they're requesting.
And that's going to help remind drivers of how fast they're going in the area and that they should really pay attention to driving in the 20 to 30 mile per hour speed limit or range.
Police say oftentimes it's people who live right in the neighborhood who often don't realize how fast they're going because they're used to driving the same streets compared to if they were driving in a new neighborhood area. Police remind people to slow down for the safety of everyone. That'll do it from here. Now we'll join Jennifer Anderson, who is out and about in this fine fall weather.
Okay, one more time. Ready?
1, 2, 3. Phew.
When it's your second birthday,
Oh, look at the horses.
a day at the farm is about as good as it gets.
Hi, Mama.
The Koseski family didn't have to go far to find a working farm right in the heart of the suburbs.
It's nice for the kids to come out and see something different. So it's super cool to have them go see the animals and just being able to run around and have fun.
With pumpkin season at its peak,
These are all squash.
I took my own tour of Evelyn Family Farm, with owner Don Evelyn.
Do you have any idea how many pumpkins you might grow in any given season?
I would have no idea.
Don Evelyn harvests 32 acres of pumpkins and squash and maintains 100 more acres for farm animals. Evelyn Family Farm has been rooted in Andover for generations, but has opened up to the public each fall for about 15 years.
We're standing in just a field of pumpkins, but this is just a taste. You have many more that you'll continue to fill in.
And we're still picking, but we go through a lot of pumpkins through the season, but we try to get a lot of varieties. I think I don't even know how many varieties. I would have to guess probably close to 10 or 12 different varieties of regular pumpkins, plus the big goofy looking prize winners and some other stuff. You can visit all the animals. We have every animal you can find on a farm, and even some that don't. Then we do hay rides. There's free hay rides. Everything's included in the $4 admission. There's no extra charges once you get in the door.
Throughout the day, hay rides run for about 20 minutes through the Evelyn's fields. It was a highlight of my visit. And Lily's too. The Halloween frights are strictly G-rated, so parents, this ride is scare-free.
This farm is kind of really aimed for elementary school kids. The family kind of thing where mom and dad can bring the kids.
With dozens of varieties to browse.
Hubbard and Peanut and the Red Warty thing, that's a heritage one. That goes back several hundred years.
The farm has all things fall, for your stovetop to your front stoop.
They're called prize winners. They're just ugly pumpkins that people really like.
For an inexpensive, easy-paced day of fall fun, Evelyn Family Farm is a good pick. From the pumpkin patch, I'm Jennifer Anderson, out and about. Do you have an idea you'd like to see on The Mix? Drop us an email at themix@ctncoonrapids.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.